Brothers and sisters, for many of us, we won't be going for Hajj, and we know that. So what do? A few things. Number one is for those of you who are able to prepare the udhiyah, the sacrifice of the animal, prepare from now. Time is short. So again, however you are able to do so, the ulama differ as to who has to give the udhiyah and who has to do it. But the truth is, don't look at the basics. Oh, I can't afford it. If you are able to afford it, if you can't give a full animal, give a part of an animal. But contribute and do something in doing the udhiyah and the sacrifice of an animal. Few friends get together, 7 friends get together, you're able to purchase easily a large animal and contribute. If you even can't do that, do a little animal, do whatever you can. Can't afford it in the UK? Look around the world. So many people are in need. The opportunity of doing the udhiyah is given, as the Prophet ﷺ has mentioned in the narration. Those individuals who give a sacrifice an animal for the sake of Allah, before the blood even reaches the ground, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala emancipates them and forgives them. Even more so, every fur and every hair on the body of that animal that is sacrificed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive that individual in same equivalence. So the ni'mah is there. Now the debate is, why put the animals through hardship? For those who argue that these animals are going through hardship and difficulty, why this hardship and difficulty upon them? The truth is, how much ever aql we use and intellect we use, the Quran is clear, the Hadith is clear, and animals are created for the servitude of man, for the eating, for the consumption of man and for woman. So hence, these are the rituals that we carry out as prescribed to us, even though our intellect may not understand. Moving on quickly. So, udhiyah, prepare for it, get your money ready, find ways to give your sacrifice of animals, give it to your relatives. If you have blood ties, give it to your blood ties, sacrifice an animal, eat the food yourself, give it to your neighbors, and share that love and that sacrifice of the animal with one another. And in many communities, there are different ways people do these things. Many a times, people will get the butchers to sacrifice the animal, bring it to them, put it in bags, and they distribute to friends and family. And this is a good thing. This is a good thing. It creates muhabba, it creates love, and it creates joy at these moments of Eid al-Adha. Furthermore, we know that the importance of fasting is also there. And I know the days are very, very long. It is true. The days are very long now in the UK. Subhanallah, there is nearly no Isha time. We are currently in a period of persistent twilight where between Maghrib and Fajr, there is no true timing of Salatul Isha. And this is a point of fiqh. Nevertheless, the days are very, very long. It's very, very hot and it can be difficult. However, for many of you who are young, who are strong and are able to do so, at least try to make an effort. At least try to make an effort. You can't keep every day, try to keep every other day. You can't keep every other day, aim for the Monday and the Thursday. And at least, if not that much, aim for one day of that week. May Allah give us all of us the tawfiq and the ability. So this is important. Fasting. The fourth point of this is the recitation of the Quran. So again, fasting isn't possible for everybody, but everybody can recite the Quran. The greatest the dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. A'adamu dhikr, the highest level of dhikr and the remembrance of Allah. And I always say this and I remind myself from the narrations that the greatest dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the recitation of the noble Quran. However you can do it. You can't read the Arabic, read the English. You can't read English, read whichever language you can. The greatest recitation of the Quran is in the Arabic form and in the Arabic language. There is no other form of the highest and the loftiest of recitation. So for those of us who struggle, these are reminders that take the opportunity to learn to recite the Quran. Take the opportunity to do a little bit. No excuse. Age is an excuse. Occupation and business is not an excuse. So you have to, my brothers and sisters, and these are the times you have to remind you, and I remind myself, that make an effort to recite the Quran, learn to recite the Quran. And if you are able to recite the Quran, then try to take time out to recite the Quran at least every day of these coming 9 days of Dhul Hijjah. Finally, so many other examples can be given. I want to finally conclude is the importance of dua. The importance of dua. Your life can change simply through the raising of the hand of the dua. I ask you, my brothers and my sisters, and I will conclude with this. I ask you, my brothers and my sisters, Allah has given us so many opportunities. Think in your heart, that when was the last time I raised my hands, I shed a few tears, and I had a direct conversation with Allah? When was the last time? I addressed myself. When was the last time, for those of you who got children and a family and a busy life, when was the last time when the kids have gone to sleep, I put my phone down for a bit, settle down, stand on the prayer mat, pray 2 rak'ah salah, and raise my hands and beseech Allah and speak to Allah? If you haven't done it, you haven't got the experience, do it now. These are the first 10 days, remember what I said? These will be so lofty on your scales. The shed of tear that you make, saying, oh Allah, I am full of sin. Oh Allah, I know I commit sin. Ya Allah, from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet, Ya Allah, I am drowning in sin. Ya Allah, I can't get out of this situation. Oh Allah, I depend on your rahmah. Oh Allah, I beseech you, Allah, keep me upon siratul mustaqim. Protect me from the wings of shaitan. Protect my children. Ya Allah, honor me with halal rizq. Ya Allah, protect me from all hardship. And finally, oh Allah, as I am leaving this world at the time of desperation, at the time of death, oh Allah, let me leave with iman by reciting La ilaha illallah. We say Ameen to this. My brothers and sisters, time is of essence. These first 10 days of Ramadan are very lofty, very honorable. Many Muslims don't give it as much attention. Let us take understanding from today's session and inshallah, try to do whatever you can. You can't do much, do something. Do something. Something is better than nothing. May Allah give us tawfiq to understand. Wa sallallahu wa sallama ala abdihi Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik. Nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.